In a world of noise and distraction, there is one place where wisdom still whispers, where voices of greatness echo through time. Welcome to the Motivational Library. If you don't build the person you once promised yourself you'd become, you will carry the weight of that regret every single day. Not because you failed, but because you knew you were capable of more. Let that truth sit with you for a moment. You feel it. That stronger, sharper, more disciplined version of you. The one that speaks when you're alone. The one that shows up in flashes of greatness whenever you start something new. The one you always thought you'd grow into. But somewhere between your ambition and your reality, life keeps pulling you off track. Distractions steal your fire. Comfort steals your hunger. And slowly, without noticing, you drift away from the person you meant to become. But not anymore. This video is your line in the sand. The moment you stop letting circumstances, excuses, and old habits decide your destiny. Because the truth is harsh. You're not tired of life. You're tired of breaking your own promises. You're tired of watching others grow while you remain stuck in place. You're tired of knowing you can do more, but choosing less. You deserve more than almost. You deserve more than one day. You deserve the life you know is possible. And this is where everything shifts. This is where you lock in, where you guard your focus like your future depends on it, because it does. This is where you start building your future self, brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day, until you finally meet the version of you that you've imagined for years. Stay with me. What comes next will show you how to commit, how to grow, and how to become someone you are proud to see every morning. Today, we begin the journey. Today, you start becoming the warrior you were meant to be. Chapter 1. Set your focus fully on your personal growth. Power in life is not born from luck. It is not gifted through talent, and it is never granted by the approval of others. Real power comes from one thing: your ability to lock your focus on the person you want to become and refuse to look away. Most people wake up each day and simply follow the world. They move where the crowd moves. They wait for directions, wait for signs, wait for someone to tell them what to do. And then they wonder why they feel behind, why they feel stuck, why their life never shifts. Growth is not automatic. Growth is intentional. Growth is a daily decision, a choice to look at who you are now and who you promised yourself you would become and bridge that gap with action. There is a version of you, stronger, sharper, more disciplined, that has been waiting for years. Not tomorrow, not one day, right now. And the only way to reach that version is to give your full, undivided focus to your personal growth. Not halfway, not when you feel like it, not when life becomes convenient, fully, fiercely, completely. Everyone wants a better life, but wanting doesn't change anything. Focus does. When you make personal growth your number one priority, the direction of your life shifts. You stop reacting to what the world throws at you and start creating your own path. You wake up with intention, you go to sleep with pride, and every day the ground beneath you begins to rise as you climb. Focus is a skill, a warrior's skill. And like every skill, it must be trained. It begins with clarity. Who is the person you want to become? What actions belong to that person? What habits support that future? What behaviors sabotage it? Most people claim they want success, yet they pour their time into distractions that starve their growth. They feed noise, they chase comfort, they let the world choose their priorities, and slowly, quietly, they drift away from the promises they once whispered to themselves. You deserve more than drifting. You deserve more than almost. You deserve a life that feels intentional, meaningful, earned. And it begins with one decision. Your attention belongs to your goals first, not to the opinions of others, not to entertainment that numbs you, not to temptations that steal your time and your spirit. The work that builds you must come first. Think of the power you feel when you did something today that made you stronger. A page read, a skill practiced, a workout completed, a thought written. These small victories create something priceless: identity. Every action tells your mind, this is who I am now. And identity creates momentum. Personal growth is not just action, it is mental warfare. Your thoughts shape your choices. Your choices form your habits. Your habits build your future. If you let negative thoughts run wild, they will shrink you. If you speak to yourself with strength, patience, and belief, you will rise. Your mind listens to everything you say to yourself. So speak like someone who intends to win. And focus also demands sacrifice. There are people who drain you. There are habits that weaken you. There are patterns you fall into that steal your potential. Growth requires honesty, brutal honesty, about what deserves space in your life and what must be cut away. There is a difference between rest and escape. Rest restores you. Escape empties you. You do not need perfection. You do not need a flawless plan. You do not need motivation every day. You only need commitment. Action builds confidence. Confidence builds more action. And soon something shifts. You feel different, clearer, more alive. You recognize yourself, or rather, you recognize the person you were always meant to be. There will be days when doubt whispers, when fear grows loud, when comfort calls you by name. These moments test your courage. Courage doesn't mean you stop feeling fear. Courage means you move forward despite it. Each time you choose growth over comfort, you prove something powerful to yourself. I can rely on me, and that is how self-respect is built. Some people wait for the perfect moment. They wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation to appear out of nowhere. Waiting kills more dreams than failure ever will. You do not need permission. You do not need applause. You only need to begin today with what you have, where you are. Set your focus fully on your personal growth. Write down who you want to become. Name the 3 habits that will change your life the fastest. Remove the distractions that repeatedly break your momentum. Show up daily, especially when you don't feel like it. When you do this consistently, you will feel a rise inside you. A rise in your belief, a rise in your strength. A rise in the quality of your life. Imagine waking up excited because you know you're becoming stronger every day. Imagine going to sleep proud because you kept your promise to yourself. Imagine looking back months from now and seeing a version of you that once felt impossible, now real. That is what focus creates. A life where progress becomes normal. A life where your results match your effort. A life where you walk with direction, purpose, and power. You are capable of far more than you've shown, not because you lack ability, but because you have not yet given your full focus to your becoming. Once you do, everything changes. Your time becomes valuable. Your mind becomes sharp. Your actions become intentional. You stop chasing shortcuts. You stop feeding distractions. You become disciplined. You become driven. You become proud. This is not about being better than anyone else. This is about being better than the person you were yesterday. Growth is personal. Growth is internal. Growth is a sacred promise you refuse to break. When you shift your focus toward your own development, life opens up new doors, better opportunities, better relationships, better paths, and all of it begins inside you. There is a deep satisfaction in knowing you are giving everything you can to your potential. That feeling is worth every early morning, every late night, every moment of discipline, because those moments turn into a life that feels earned, a life that feels real, a life that reflects your strength. It is time to reclaim your focus. It is time to invest your best energy into yourself. Your future self is waiting, and they are stronger, sharper, wiser, and more powerful than you know. Start now. Focus fully. Grow relentlessly, and build the person you once promised yourself you would be, because that promise matters, and your actions today decide whether it becomes real. Chapter 2. Protect your attention. Build yourself. Growth doesn't happen in silence. The world doesn't suddenly calm down when you decide to rise. The noise gets louder, distractions multiply, your mind wanders, your phone pulls you in, people interrupt your flow. That is why the strongest decision you will ever make is to protect your attention. Where your attention goes, your life follows. Give it to distractions, your life scatters. Give it to your growth, your life strengthens. Every morning, you wake up with a limited amount of attention, a fuel tank, a source of power. Once wasted, it never returns. Most people lose that power through endless scrolling, unfinished tasks, conversations that go nowhere, and noise that slowly erodes their purpose. Then they wonder why their days feel empty and their progress feels invisible. Your attention deserves respect. Your future deserves protection. Your goals deserve the best of your mind, not the leftovers. Choosing silence over noise is maturity. Choosing work over distraction is commitment. Choosing yourself is responsibility. Your growth needs space, a mind that can breathe, time where you are fully present, fully grounded, fully focused. You cannot build a meaningful life with distracted hands and a wandering mind. Protecting your attention is choosing to show up for the life you want. It is choosing the person you are becoming over the world that tries to pull you away from yourself. Some people won't understand your focus. They will question your distance. They will ask why you don't reply as fast. They will take it personally. But your mission is not for them, it is for you. You owe no one an explanation for choosing the future you deserve. Sometimes the loudest distractions are not outside. They live in your mind. Doubt, fear, memories of old habits. Protecting your attention also means protecting your inner world. Guide your thoughts. Bring them back. Act through doubt. Move through fear. Build routines that strengthen your focus. Give your growth a time and a place. Silence your phone. Clean your environment. Create a space where your mind can sharpen itself. A focused life feels different. Tasks finish faster. Confidence rises. Progress becomes visible. You begin to trust yourself again. And that trust is freedom. Some wait for the world to become quiet before they begin, but peace is not found. Peace is created, claimed, built with discipline. Your growth is not something you wait for. It is something you make time for. Every time you choose focus over distraction, you are saying, "My future matters. My life deserves my full presence. I am building someone I can be proud of." Imagine how far you can go with a focused mind. Imagine what you can build with undivided attention. Imagine who you will become when your actions finally match your potential. You are not here to repeat old cycles. You are here to grow, to build, to rise. Protect your attention. Honor your mission. Give your energy to what strengthens you. Ignore what weakens you. Because every focused moment is a brick in the foundation of the person you promise yourself you'd become. This is where transformation begins. Guard your attention. Use it with purpose. Direct it with intention. You deserve your full focus. Chapter 3. Build daily habits that shape your identity. Every human carries a silent picture of the person they wish they could be. Stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more confident, more reliable. But the gap between the person you are and the person you dream of becoming is not crossed in a single leap. It is crossed quietly through the things you do every single day. Your habits are not just routines. They are the architects of your identity. They shape your future not with loud changes, but with small, consistent actions that whisper, "This is who I am becoming." You don't rise to the level of your goals. You rise to the level of your habits. Your identity forms when your behavior aligns with your ambition. When your actions reflect the person you want to be, your self-belief begins to shift. Deeply, internally, permanently. If you show up to exercise every day, even for a few minutes, you don't just get healthier. You begin to see yourself as someone who values health. If you read, learn, or practice daily, you don't just gain knowledge. You become someone who respects growth. If you follow a routine that supports your goals, you build something far more important than progress. You build trust with yourself. Most people fail not because their goals are too big, but because they expect transformation to happen instantly. They get impatient. They quit before their habits have the chance to reshape them. They give up right when the change was about to begin. True transformation is slow, quiet, and built through consistency, not speed. One workout won't change your body. 1 hour of studying won't transform your mind. One disciplined day won't rebuild your confidence. But when these small actions are done repeatedly, they become part of your identity, and identity is what changes everything. Your habits reveal your priorities far more honestly than your words. If you say you want success but spend hours scrolling, success is not your priority. If you say you want financial stability but spend impulsively, stability is not your priority yet. When your words and your daily actions finally match, your character becomes unshakable. Think of each habit as a vote. Every good choice is a vote for the future you want. Every old pattern is a vote for the person you said you were done being. Your future is simply the result of whichever votes you cast more often. Consistency always wins. Habits don't have to be huge. They just have to be repeated. Waking up a little earlier to breathe, stretch, or reflect. Writing your intentions each morning. Drinking water instead of sugar. Keeping your space clean. These small behaviors shape how you think, how you feel, and who you believe you are. Make your habits simple. Simple habits survive. Complex habits collapse. Start small. Show up daily. Let consistency build your confidence. Once you prove to yourself that you can follow through, you gain the power to expand. Temptations will come. Comfort will whisper. Excuses will sound rational. But your habits, your structure, will guide you through the days motivation disappears. This is how discipline is built. Not through inspiration, but through repetition. Eventually, these habits stop feeling like decisions. They become automatic. You don't argue with yourself. You don't negotiate. You simply act because it's who you are now. Strong habits protect you. They shield you from the version of yourself you're trying to outgrow. They give you a sense of control, stability, and inner calm. People who lack structure live in chaos. People who build habits live with clarity. Identity-based habits ask one simple question. What would the person I want to become choose right now? Choose the stronger action. Choose the responsible action. Choose the growth action. Every time you answer with discipline, you are carving a new identity. You won't be perfect every day. You will get tired. You will slip. You will have off days. But the power is in coming back the next day. That comeback carries more strength than any perfect streak could ever give you. With every repetition, you are rewriting your identity. You are proving to yourself that you can change. You are becoming someone you once doubted you could be. Start with a few habits that strengthen your future. Track your progress. Celebrate effort. Remove habits that drain you. Surround yourself with reminders of who you are becoming. Build an environment that makes success your default setting. You deserve a life that reflects your potential. You deserve a version of yourself that makes you proud every morning. Those results come from the habits you choose today. Today is a vote. Today is a step. Today is proof of who you are becoming. Do the daily work. Honor your promises. Build the identity you want to live with. Your future self is waiting, and every habit you commit to brings you one step closer. You are not just changing your days, you are changing who you are. Chapter 4. Choose progress over comfort. Every single day, comfort is warm. Comfort is familiar. Comfort is easy. Dangerously easy. It demands nothing, asks nothing, risks nothing. But comfort has a dark side. It quietly steals your potential. It keeps you living a smaller version of your life. It lets your dreams die slowly and silently. If you want to grow into the strongest version of yourself, you cannot spend your life choosing what feels good in the moment. Comfort will offer you relief, but progress will offer you a future. Progress is rarely comfortable. Progress stretches you. Progress challenges you. Progress asks you to step into the very spaces most people fear. Every single day, life presents you with a simple choice: stay the same or get better. And your entire destiny is shaped by which one you choose more often. Humans are wired to avoid discomfort. Your mind tries to protect you from effort, uncertainty, and difficulty. But the mind doesn't understand the difference between danger and growth, because growth feels like danger at first. Your heart beats faster, your body resists, your brain tries to pull you back to comfort. But listen closely. Your next level lives inside that discomfort. Your greatest strength begins where comfort ends. Your future will not appear because you wanted it. It will appear because you kept choosing progress on the days when comfort wrapped its arms around you and begged you to stay still. Comfort whispers, sleep a little longer. Skip today, you're tired. Do it tomorrow. Take the easy way. But progress speaks a different language. Get up. Start anyway. Today matters. Your future deserves this. Every delay has a reason. Every excuse sounds reasonable. That is why most people stay stuck year after year, not because they lack talent, but because they choose comfort over change. There is a quiet kind of pain that comes from living below your potential, a slow ache in the heart, a silent disappointment you feel when you look in the mirror and know you could be more. That pain grows each time you choose ease over effort, each time an opportunity passes because you weren't ready, each time you watch someone rise while you stay still. Comfort feels good now but leaves you empty later. Progress feels uncomfortable now but leaves you proud. Every time. Choosing progress means accepting uncertainty. It means walking into situations where you might fail and doing it anyway. It means being the beginner, being the struggler, being the one who's learning, adapting, stumbling, rising. That is where confidence is built. Not from doing easy things, but from proving to yourself again and again that you can handle what once scared you. Every time you choose progress over comfort, you send a message to your mind. I am capable of more, and your identity becomes stronger. You begin to expect more from yourself. You begin to demand more from your life. Ask yourself honestly, do you want the comfort of right now or the pride of who you'll become later? Because every success story, every one, is built on a trail of uncomfortable decisions. Early mornings, late nights, new attempts, failed attempts, hard days, tough choices. But those tough choices become your superpower. They separate you from average. They sharpen you. They teach you that you can push forward when most people would quit. Comfort gives quick pleasure and long regret. Progress gives temporary discomfort and lifelong respect. To choose progress daily, you must be brutally honest with yourself. Notice the moments when you take the easy path. Notice when you avoid the work that matters. Notice when your mind tries to convince you that less is enough. That voice is not protecting you. That voice is limiting you. Replace it with a new command. Do what moves me forward. Progress doesn't always look heroic. Sometimes it's one page, one workout, 1 hour of focus, one small step. But those small steps, repeated daily, create a transformation that shocks you later. Small steps move you forward. No steps keep you stuck. Some days progress will feel exciting. Other days it will feel heavy, difficult, and boring. But growth is built on determination, not desire. The days you push through resistance are the days you earn the right to your dream. Comfort is a thief of time. It makes you believe you can wait. But months, even years, can disappear in the arms of comfort. Time moves whether you do or not. If progress is not part of your daily life, one day you will look back and wish you had begun sooner. The best day to grow is always today. Progress will ask you to change your habits, to focus when others waste time, to care more about your future than your momentary pleasure, to walk a path fewer people choose, because that path leads to a life fewer people achieve. Every time you avoid the easier option, you build toughness, you build hunger, you build the strength required for your dreams. Comfort cannot take you to the top. Only effort can, only discipline can, only progress can. And once you taste the pride of progress, you will never again settle for a life that only feels good in the moment, but gives you nothing in the long run. Improve a little every day, 1% better, 1 step stronger, 1 choice wiser. Perfection is not required. Commitment is, and each day better than you started it. Let improvement become your identity. Let growth become automatic. You were not built to live small. You were not built to hide in comfort. You were built to evolve, to rise, to push, to become. Progress calls your name every morning. Comfort waits in the same old place. Only one of them will shape your life. Your future depends on what you choose in the moments when it's hard. Your strongest self is built in the moments you continue when others quit. Dreams are not built by chance. They are built by progress. Daily progress. Uncomfortable progress. Relentless progress. Choose the discomfort that strengthens you. Choose the challenge that changes you. Choose the action that pulls you forward. Comfort may feel good now, but progress will make you proud for the rest of your life. Chapter 5. Finish what you start to grow. Unstoppable. Starting is easy. Starting is exciting. Starting makes you feel alive, filled with energy, filled with vision, filled with hope. But starting does not change your life. Finishing does. The world is full of people who start with fire and end in silence. They begin with passion and stop the moment it becomes uncomfortable. They dream loudly, but quit quietly. And then they wonder why their confidence fades, why they feel stuck, why they don't trust themselves anymore. Here's the truth people avoid. Every unfinished commitment becomes a weight on your mind. It whispers, you stopped again. It reminds you that you walked away before you earned the result. It weakens your identity piece by piece. If you want to become stronger, if you want to become someone you respect, then you must build the rarest habit of all, the habit of finishing what you start. Because every time you finish, you speak power into your identity. You prove to yourself that you can push through boredom. You can push through difficulty. You can push through discomfort. You can push through the urge to quit. Finishing says, my discipline is stronger than my mood. My promise matters. I can depend on myself. And that inner trust, that is priceless. Confidence cannot be bought. It must be earned. And one of the strongest ways to earn it is by crossing the finish line. There is a transformation that only occurs in the grind. When motivation is gone, when the path feels long, when the excitement has died, and all that's left is your decision to continue. That is where warriors are made. That is where leaders rise. That is where your identity sharpens. Anyone can start. Very few finish. And that is why finishers rule the world. Opportunities flow to the ones who follow through. Respect grows around those who keep their promises. Doors open for the ones who complete what they said they would complete. But far more powerful than the respect of others is the respect you gain for yourself. Think about the dreams you abandoned. Think about the routines you stopped halfway. There's a sting when you remember them. Not because the goal was wrong, but because you know deep inside, you could have kept going. Quitting weakens the mind. Every time you quit, quitting becomes easier. A pattern forms. You become someone who almost succeeds, who almost changes, who almost becomes strong, but never crosses the finish line. Here's the good news. This pattern is not permanent. You can break it. Today, right now, you can declare that from this moment forward, you finish what you start. Completion is your standard. Follow through is your identity. And the moment you make that decision, everything begins to shift. You start seeing how much power returns when you complete even small tasks. Finishing fuels momentum. One completion leads to another. You start to crave the victory. You begin to chase the finish line instead of running from it. Finishing builds mental toughness. There will be days when you're tired, frustrated, overwhelmed, or uninspired. There will be moments where quitting feels easier. But every time you push past that moment, you are training your mind to obey your purpose, not your emotions. You stop seeking excuses. You start finding solutions. You stop thinking maybe later. You start saying right now. To finish, you need clarity. You need direction. You need structure. You cannot finish what you can't define. Break your goals into smaller steps. Attack one stage at a time. Celebrate progress, not perfection, because perfection is the enemy of completion. Perfection keeps people polishing the same thing forever. Perfection convinces people to quit because it's not good enough. But finishing requires progress over perfection, improvement over hesitation, action over fear. Some people stop simply because progress feels slow. They think slow progress means failure. But slow progress is still progress. Even crawling forward gets you closer. Quitting is the only true failure. Everything else is part of the process. Recognize your stopping points. Notice when you always quit, when it gets repetitive, when results take time, when nobody notices, when it stops feeling exciting. These are the defining moments of strength. When you continue anyway, you build the identity of a finisher, a rare identity in this world. Finishing creates a new version of you, someone who doesn't let emotion dictate their actions, someone who solves instead of avoids, someone who transforms intention into reality. Once you see yourself this way, you will never go back. Finishing applies to everything. Finish the workout, finish the book, finish the course, finish the project, finish the promise, finish the transformation. The more you finish, the stronger you become. Unfinished tasks drain mental energy like open tabs on a computer. Completion closes them. Completion frees your mind. Completion gives peace, clarity, and relief. Life feels different when you finish things. You feel capable. You feel organized. You feel powerful. People see it in you. Doors unlock for you. Confidence grows inside you. Because finishing doesn't just give results, it gives identity, experience, skill, and credibility. Do not disrespect your effort by stopping halfway. You've already come too far to turn around now. Finish what you started. Even if the win looks small today, the strength it builds will be massive tomorrow. Your future depends on how you finish, not how you begin. Anyone can begin, but you are here to become the finisher, the warrior who follows through, the person who keeps their word, the one who does not quit on themselves. Right now, choose one unfinished task, return to it, finish it, then another, and another. Soon finishing becomes your habit. Achievement becomes normal. Growth becomes automatic, and you become unstoppable. Because every time you finish what you start, your strength multiplies. And the more you finish, the more unstoppable you become. Chapter 6. Resist distractions and commit to your goals. Your goals aren't random wishes. They aren't passing thoughts. They come from the deepest part of you. The version of yourself you know you're meant to become. But the world is filled with traps designed to pull you away from that version. Some distractions scream for your attention. Others whisper quietly until your focus slips without you even noticing. Notifications, scrolling, pointless conversations, temporary pleasures that feel good for seconds and steal hours from your life. And every time you give in, your dreams move one step farther away. Goals don't fail because you're not capable. Goals die because distractions become stronger than your commitment. Let that truth burn for a moment. You've had days where you sat down with fire in your chest, ready to work, ready to grow. But one distraction, just one, and the next thing you know, your focus is gone, your energy is scattered, and your momentum is lost. What should have taken 1 hour takes 3, if it gets done at all. This is how people slowly bury their potential, not in one dramatic moment, but in tiny, constant moments of, I'll check this real quick. Your future is being traded for small, meaningless impulses. You cannot rise while giving your attention to everything around you. Discipline is not punishment, it is protection. Protection of your time, your future, and your identity. Every distraction has a price, and the price is your life, because your life is your time. Once a moment is gone, it never returns. That alone should change how you move. You must become intentional, selective, unapologetic about what you focus on. Giving your time to what builds you creates pride. Wasting your time creates regret, and regret grows quietly, poisoning your confidence day by day. Resisting distractions isn't about cutting things out. It's about choosing what matters more. Your future or your impulses? Your growth or your comfort? Your goals or your excuses? And when a goal truly matters, you must defend it. You must show up for it even on the days when the world feels heavy, when no one is watching, when the results are slow, when your motivation is gone. That is commitment. That is what separates dreamers from achievers. Some distractions come wearing a friendly face. People will want your time because they don't know what to do with their own. They'll invite you into their comfort because your progress threatens them. They'll pull you off your path not out of malice, but because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Not everyone will clap for you when you become serious. Not everyone will like your focus. But you are not here to be liked. You are here to build. You don't need to cut people out, but you must protect your priorities. You must create boundaries that honor your goals. And then there are the distractions inside you. Doubt will whisper. Fear will tighten its grip. Overthinking will try to freeze you in place. Your mind will try to convince you to play it safe. But safe never leads to greatness. Safe keeps people average. Safe keeps dreams on hold. You silence doubt through action. You silence fear through movement. You silence hesitation through discipline. If you want to stay committed, you need clarity. Write your goals down every morning. Look at them before you start your day. Define what needs to be done, because anything vague will be overtaken by distraction. Structure turns chaos into progress. Break your goals into pieces and finish them one by one. Each completed step strengthens your commitment. Each action tells your mind, I am becoming who I said I'd be. Your environment matters too. A messy space creates a messy mind. Noise steals your ability to think deeply. Notifications slice your focus into tiny pieces. Build surroundings that support your growth, not sabotage it. You must expect temptation. You must expect boredom. You must expect frustration, annoyance, and moments where quitting feels easy. But easy never built a warrior. Every time you return to the work, you toughen your mind. You train yourself to act with intention, not emotion. You stop chasing escapes. You start chasing purpose. Commitment is not a one-time choice. It is a choice made in every moment of every day. When you turn away from what weakens you and toward what strengthens you, that's commitment. People will question your focus. They will misunderstand your discipline. They will say you're too serious, too strict, too different. Let them talk. Let them laugh. Because one day they'll ask how you built a life they can only admire from a distance. Resist distractions long enough, and something powerful happens. You move faster. Your skills sharpen. Your confidence grows. Your results multiply. Your time feels like it finally belongs to you. You stop reacting to life and start building it. Your goals came from your soul. They deserve your loyalty. They deserve your dedication. They deserve the version of you who refuses to waste another moment. You won't miss the distractions you avoided, but you will always feel proud of the discipline you chose. Check in with yourself daily. Ask, did my actions today honor the person I'm trying to become? If the answer is no, correct it immediately. If the answer is yes, keep going. Life is too short to give your time to things that give nothing back. You are building something meaningful. Protect it with everything you have. Stay loyal to your future. Stay loyal to your purpose. Stay loyal to the dream inside you. Resist what slows you down. Commit to what lifts you up. And watch yourself rise into the warrior you were meant to be. Chapter 7. Practice discipline through consistent daily effort. Discipline isn't a feeling. It isn't motivation. Discipline is a choice, made over and over, every single day. Motivation rises and falls like the sun. One moment it shines, the next it hides behind clouds. If you wait for it to move you, you will drift through life. Discipline moves you even when motivation is gone. Discipline shows up when the world whispers, rest. Discipline steps forward when comfort calls your name. Discipline turns dreams into reality. Discipline turns intentions into action. Discipline transforms the person you hope to be into the person you will become. Every day is a battlefield, and discipline is your weapon. When your body wants to stop, but you move anyway, that is discipline. When distraction screams louder than purpose, but you stay focused, that is discipline. When tasks pile up and fatigue presses on your mind, but you finish anyway, that is discipline. It is quiet, it is simple, but it is unstoppable. Consistency is your secret. Every small effort compounds. Every repeated choice strengthens you. Even tiny actions, done day after day, shift the course of your life. You don't need huge leaps. You need to keep moving. Every morning you show up, every evening you push forward, your discipline grows stronger. Discipline gives your life structure. It turns chaos into clarity. It turns randomness into progress. It teaches your mind to obey your purpose instead of your impulses. It builds momentum. It builds resilience. It builds identity. Respect is born here. The respect you give your own goals. The respect you give your potential. The respect you give your future self. And discipline is forgiving. A bad day doesn't destroy it. It strengthens it. Miss a step? Reset. Fall behind? Continue. Discipline is firm, but it never abandons you. It doesn't demand perfection. It demands return. It demands persistence. It demands courage to keep going when it would be easier to quit. Self-control blooms from discipline. You pause before reacting. You say no to what weakens you. You say yes to what builds you. You refuse to be a slave to impulses. You refuse to drift with chaos. And here's the secret. That effort creates pride. Quiet, raw, unshakable pride. Each time you push past fatigue, each time you resist the easy way, you feel alive. You feel capable. You feel worthy of the life you are building. And soon, it becomes automatic. Effort becomes instinct. Discipline becomes identity. The results may not be instant. You may not see change in a day, a week, or even a month. But discipline is a seed planted deep. Every drop of effort waters it. Every choice to continue feeds it. Roots grow unseen, but they grow. Stronger than your doubts. Deeper than your fears. Discipline is a promise you make to yourself, a promise far more sacred than those you make to others. Breaking it weakens your belief in your own worth. Keeping it strengthens the most powerful relationship you will ever have, the relationship with yourself. Small daily actions, done consistently, outmatch sporadic bursts of intensity. Consistency teaches your mind, your body, and your heart to move as one. It teaches endurance. It teaches control. It teaches power. Set routines, remove distractions, track your progress, celebrate your effort. Make discipline something you love, not something you fear. Because the more you honor it, the more your mind craves it, and the changes will be undeniable. You will speak with certainty. You will walk with confidence. You will meet challenges with courage instead of avoidance. You will feel the control you never had before. You will look back and realize the person you once hoped to be, you are becoming that person right now. Discipline brings freedom. Freedom from laziness. Freedom from regret. Freedom from chaos. Freedom to design a life that reflects your values, your ambition, your potential. Some people wait their whole lives wishing for change. Others choose it every day until change becomes inevitable. You are capable of being the second. Show up, push forward, honor your potential with action. Each day is a chance to prove your commitment. Each effort makes you stronger, sharper, unstoppable. Discipline is not just a habit, it is your ally, your shield, your weapon, your identity. Keep going, keep building, keep shaping the person you promised yourself you would be. Every day, every choice, every action brings you closer. This is your journey, and discipline is your power. Chapter 8. Track improvement daily and adjust with purpose. Growth isn't accidental. Progress doesn't happen by wishful thinking. It happens when you see it, when you measure it, when you hold it in your hands. Many people grind for days, weeks, months, and never realize how far they've come. They rely on memory. They rely on feelings. And feelings lie. Memory fades. Tracking your improvement is like turning on a light in the dark. Suddenly you see clearly. Suddenly you know exactly where you are and exactly what to do next. Every day becomes a deliberate step, not a blind shuffle. Every action becomes proof. Every effort becomes evidence. Write it down, even the smallest victories. Those tiny wins, stretching a few extra minutes, pushing one more rep, completing a single task. They are the building blocks of monumental change. See them, record them, celebrate them. Every mark on the page tells your brain, you're moving, you're improving, you're unstoppable. Tracking is brutal honesty, no excuses, no assumptions, no "I think I did okay today." When it's written, the truth stares back, and that truth fuels you to do better tomorrow. Accountability isn't a punishment, it's empowerment. It turns vague intentions into undeniable action. It transforms "I hope" into "I know." But tracking alone is not enough. You must adjust with purpose. Not everything you try will work. Not every strategy will produce results. And that's okay. Growth is iterative. Refine, test, tweak, improve, learn from mistakes, turn failures into data. Failures are not a curse. They are your roadmap. Each misstep tells you exactly what to change, what to improve, what to cut. End each day with reflection. Ask yourself, did I move closer to my goals or drifted away? Did I show effort or make excuses? Did I guard my focus or let distractions steal my time? Did I honor my plan or surrender to laziness? Answer honestly, adjust ruthlessly. Growth is not linear. It bends, it twists, it tests you. But if you track and adapt, you turn chaos into clarity, obstacles into opportunities, missteps into mastery. Momentum is born here. A streak of progress becomes your fuel. You don't want to break it. You protect it, you nurture it, you defend it. Visual proof of your effort ignites a fire inside you. Progress becomes tangible. Progress becomes yours. Structure amplifies everything. Keep a journal. Maintain a checklist. Create a progress chart. Record your habits, your hours, your actions, your wins, your failures. Structure doesn't restrict you. It empowers you. It focuses your energy. It aligns your intent. It turns scattered effort into unstoppable force. Adjust with precision. Small changes, big impact. Refine your habits. Optimize your routines. Remove what drains you. Amplify what propels you. Each adjustment is a message to your future. I care about my growth. I refuse to stay stagnant. I will improve. Track your inner state too. When do you feel energized? When do you feel drained? What habits leave you proud? What actions leave you disappointed? Your emotional awareness is your secret weapon. It teaches you to support yourself instead of sabotaging your own progress. Your growth deserves a front row seat. You deserve to witness it. You deserve to hold proof that your effort is shaping your life. Track it, review it, adjust it, own it. When you combine daily tracking with purposeful adjustment, you stop drifting, you stop guessing, you stop leaving your life to chance. Every day becomes a checkpoint, every step a strategy, every choice a victory. You become a leader of your own life, a strategist of your own growth, a warrior with clarity, purpose, and unstoppable momentum. Your future is too important to leave to luck. Your potential is too precious to leave unmeasured. Track your improvement daily. Adjust with purpose. Measure your progress, refine your methods, and watch yourself rise higher than you ever imagined. This is your life. This is your mission. Progress is not hope. Progress is proof, and proof is unstoppable. Chapter 9. Keep promises to yourself and follow through. Every promise you make to yourself is a declaration. It is a statement of who you want to be. A promise is not words on air. It is a standard. It is a line drawn in your life saying, my growth matters, my dreams matter, my future matters. But a promise has power only when you follow through. So many people honor commitments to others with unwavering dedication. Yet when it comes to themselves, they falter. They hit snooze, they delay the habit, they postpone the change. Every broken promise is a crack in your self-trust. Every compromise chips away at the foundation of your identity. You begin to question your word. You begin to doubt your power. You begin to believe your dreams are illusions because your actions don't match them. Real strength is built in the quiet forge of follow-through. Every time you show up, every time you act, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient, you send a message to your mind. I do what I say. That message grows inside you. It becomes confidence. It becomes belief. It becomes proof that you are capable of more than you thought. Every day there comes a crossroads, a moment when two versions of you stand face to face. One that honors the promise, one that breaks it. It may seem small, a single decision to turn off distractions, a single choice to push instead of settle. But that moment defines who you are tomorrow. Small choices become unstoppable character. Small steps create monumental transformation. When you break a promise to yourself, it is not just the act that suffers, it is your identity. Disappointment creeps in, doubt lingers, discipline falters, and soon breaking promises becomes a habit. Settling becomes normal. Mediocrity becomes familiar. But settling is not your path. Your future deserves more. You were meant to stand tall when you look in the mirror. You were meant to feel pride in your own actions. That pride is forged in the heat of follow-through. Every promise kept strengthens you. Every commitment honored builds momentum. You don't need approval from others. You don't need applause. You don't need anyone watching. Your promise is enough. Your progress is enough. Your discipline is enough. Promises are more than tasks. They are the blueprint of your character. They define your reliability, your strength, your trustworthiness. When you can trust your own decisions, the world bends differently. You move with certainty. You speak with authority. You chase bigger goals because you know you can finish what you start. Focus on clarity, not vague intentions. Clear, measurable promises, one at a time. Each fulfilled promise strengthens the chain. Each victory builds momentum. Each completed promise becomes a stepping stone to the next. There will be resistance. There will be fatigue. Temptation will whisper, break it, delay it, quit. That is when discipline rises. That is when you remember why you promised in the first place. You remember that growth is forged in these exact moments. Quitting guarantees regret. Following through guarantees strength. Emotions fluctuate. Commitment does not. Feelings change. Promises endure. Act based on commitment, not mood. Act because you are loyal to yourself. Act because you refuse to settle for excuses. Celebrate every promise kept. Each one is a quiet victory that reinforces the fire inside you. Progress may be invisible in a single day, but a week of follow-through creates momentum. A month becomes transformation. A year becomes a life completely reshaped. Forgive your slips, correct quickly. Return to the promise without hesitation. A comeback builds more power than perfection ever could. Keeping promises is personal leadership. It is taking charge of your life. It is refusing to wait for change and choosing to create it. It is discipline, loyalty, courage, and integrity rolled into action. Your promises are seeds of identity. Treat them with reverence, protect them, honor them, track them, complete them. Look in the mirror every morning and remember, this is what I am building. Look at yourself each night and feel pride. This is what I kept. You may have failed before. You may have broken promises. That does not define you. What defines you is the promise you keep today, the promise you keep tomorrow, the promise you keep over and over again. A powerful life is not born from loud declarations. It is born from silent victories, private victories, promises kept behind closed doors. Those private victories shape public transformation. You deserve that transformation. You deserve the pride that comes from being loyal to yourself. Keep your promises, follow through, and watch your life rise to meet the power of your actions. Chapter 10. Become better today than you were. Yesterday today is not just another day. Today is a battlefield. Today is an opportunity. Today is your chance to rise, to become stronger, smarter, braver than you were yesterday. You do not need perfection. You do not need approval. You do not need the world to notice. All you need is progress. One step, one choice, one effort. The mission is simple. Be better today than you were yesterday. Better choices, better effort, better focus, better mindset, better action. Every morning is a blank page. Every sunrise is an invitation to upgrade yourself. You do not wait for a new year, a new season, or some perfect moment. You start now. You start here. You take one action, no matter how small, that nudges you closer to the person you are destined to be. Growth lives in the uncomfortable moments. It lives where fear lingers, where doubt whispers, where yesterday's limits try to hold you back. Push further. Stretch beyond what you thought you could do. Yesterday you hesitated. Today you act. Yesterday you gave half your effort. Today you give everything. Yesterday you allowed excuses. Today you refuse them. Your thoughts shape your reality. If yesterday you doubted yourself, today speak with belief. If yesterday you focused on problems, today hunt for solutions. Upgrade your thinking and your actions will follow. Upgrade your actions and your life will transform. Progress is quiet at first. You may not see it, but you will feel it. You will feel the confidence in completing what you avoided. You will feel the discipline in keeping your promises. You will feel your own power growing, slowly but surely, day by day. Comparison is a thief. Your journey is yours alone. The only person you compete with is the reflection in the mirror. If you are better today than you were yesterday, you are winning. Every small step counts. Every choice matters. You are building momentum, brick by brick, action by action. Growth demands honesty. Look at your habits. Examine your actions. Face your excuses. You cannot fix what you refuse to see. You cannot grow while pretending everything is fine. Notice what holds you back. Change it. Improve it. Upgrade yourself daily. Your body is a tool for greatness. Treat it as such. Move, nourish, rest. Your mind will follow your body's lead. Your emotions are a compass. Train them. Master them. Respond with patience, clarity, and courage. Your skills are your weapons. Sharpen them. Every book, every lesson, every effort is ammunition for your growth. Habits are power. Small, consistent actions become unstoppable skills. Skills practiced daily become strength. Strength repeated daily becomes a life you once only dreamed about. If yesterday your habits were weak, today you create habits that push you forward. If yesterday you hesitated, today you act without fear. There will be hard days, there will be setbacks. There will be moments when improvement feels impossible. Those moments are your proving ground. Each time you push through, you get stronger. Each time you rise, you forge resilience. Each time you persist, you create transformation. Your life is the sum of your choices. One decision to improve today becomes the foundation of a stronger tomorrow. Every choice stacks. Every effort compounds. The person you once thought was unreachable is not unreachable anymore. They are built in real time, through daily commitment, through courage, through relentless effort. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small. Each victory fuels your fire. Each achievement becomes proof. I am capable. I am growing. I am unstoppable. Control your growth. Do not leave it to luck, chance, or fate. You are the architect of your future. Your actions are the blueprint. Your decisions are the foundation. Your persistence is the power that builds it all. Rise above yesterday. Rise above the excuses. Rise above the limits you once accepted. Become stronger, smarter, kinder, fiercer, better. And one day you will look back at the life you have created, the battles you have won, the person you have become, and you will realize you were never chasing a dream. You were becoming a warrior, a relentless force, someone unstoppable, someone worthy of everything they ever imagined. Every day is a promise. Every moment is a chance. Every choice is a step. Make today count. Make it better than yesterday. And then keep rising. Higher, stronger, unstoppable. Because this is your life. This is your story. This is your time. Become the warrior you were meant to be, and do not stop.